About my writings by Sri R.K. Lakshman. In my younger days, all the lessons in our school were taught in Kannada. I had no knowledge of English till I entered the first year of middle school. This was always a source of great embarrassment to me whenever my nieces and nephews came down from Madras during the summer holidays to stay with us in Mysore. They conversed with each other in what we used to call convent English, tuned where delivery and pronunciation were concerned to please the sensitive ears of a mother superior. In their company, I used to feel an ignorant village yokel. But this did not last long, for intensive English lessons started in the first year of the middle school. Without even the rudimentary A for apple, we went straight on to things like essays by old masters, poetry, grammar, and so on. Besides, all the other subjects like history, geography, and arithmetic were also taught in English. It was almost as though I was being made to make up for my late start. Quite a few of my companions, finding themselves unequal to the task of learning, played truant, hung about the school premises for a while, and finally dropped out and joined the vast majority of unlettered masses of the subcontinent. I was saved because my father had a passion for English literature and surrounded himself with the classics. Their awesome presence on the rows of the shelves along the walls at home had a great influence on me and my brother, and I developed a healthy respect for English language. Any mistakes in grammar or usage while speaking or writing was frowned upon, ridiculed, and corrected by the elders. Failing in subjects such as history, Kannada, or arithmetic was viewed with good humor, but getting a poor rank in English was considered a sign of low mental caliber and of foredoomed career prospects. When my brother R.K. Narayan was busy writing his first novel, Swami and Friends, the whole house shook with the clanging and banging noise of his huge underwood typewriter. And I was thrilled by what it produced. The purple type on Dreams and Dreams of Foolscape pages was magically transformed in my mind into Malgudi and its characters, its railway station, the river, the streets, the forest, the market square, and a score of other items. All these details became a visual experience to me as I read my brother's short stories and novels. I have illustrated most of these over the years, approaching the characters and situations in the stories with, I think, very nearly the same mode of conception as my brother, except that his gift is that of words, while mine has to do with the brush and ink. Then there came a time when I wanted to write too. My creative faculty was already being stimulated daily by the demands of my profession as a cartoonist. It would, I felt, be easy enough to conjure up a character and write him into a situation and make him act credibly. But I was hesitant. I was afraid to set foot in the domain of my brother. I felt I would come off poorly in the comparisons which were bound to take place. Nevertheless, irresistibly, one or two short stories of mine found their way into print. Encouraged by this, I pressed on and took on the task of writing a novel. Unfortunately, as a political cartoonist, having to work over 6 hours a day in a newspaper office, poring over news items and analyzing political events, I had no time to pursue my hobby with any systematic regularity. But once I started, I was surprised to find my novel writing itself. Somehow, without me being conscious of it, I had become the observer. I watched the plot develop and the characters move in and out of the Hotel Riviera, playing their roles with natural ease. In time, and the novel, The Messenger, followed. Whatever the quality of the ultimate product, it was great fun writing these novels and watching each character appear, develop a definite outline, flesh and blood, and finally behave like a human with all the eccentricities and follies of the race. Indeed, the writing of these novels convinced me that if I was not already a political cartoonist, having to study and follow the tedious antics of politicians day after day, I would have been a writer happily spending my time in the delightful company of people who are just waiting to be given a form, substance, and place. Thank you for listening. In their company, I used to feel an ignorant village yokel. YOKGL yokel means a stupid or awkward person who lives in a rural area. Quite a few of my companions, finding themselves unequal to the task of learning, played truant, hung about the school premises for a while, and finally dropped out and joined the vast majority of unlettered masses of Indian subcontinent. Play truant. PLAV play, TRUENT truant means to stay away from school without permission. Thank you for listening.